Hello, welcome gamer. It is Monday. Okay, let me go to my redeems page. Hold on, it's loading. It has been loaded. I think it's there. All right, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Defins, welcome Soltris, Firebrand, Yuyuko, Sayani, Skylarka, Potato, everyone's here. Yeah, daylight saving. If you are in Europe, some parts of Europe, you may have experienced daylight saving time, and this stream to you might be 1 hour earlier. But next week, it'll go back to normal because the US is going to have daylight saving time then. And welcome, Watchmaker. All right, so we're going to continue. We have not started this one, but we're doing that today. Today, it's this. All right, let's see. We got settings. You always gotta adjust the settings, okay? Every single time you start this game, you must update this. You set it back to what it was. And things are happening. All right, hold on. Let me put this over here. Yeah, a week. A bunch of Europeans out here. But falling back to standard time, kind of odd that summer is daylight saving and winter is standard. The way I learned what standard time is it's what it is. It's what it is at the start of the year. So standard time is pretty much January 1st. That is the standard, and then the other one is just daylight time. I used to not remember this at all until I watched a ChocoJack stream, and she was like, oh yeah, do you guys know that standard time is like what it is on January 1st? And I was like, whoa, I never thought about that. That is an easy way to remember, and now I will never forget. Now you know. You guys who are here at the start of this stream, you guys know this useful fact now. Someone else is going to show up and they'll be like, oh guys, I don't know, I don't understand. If only they were there. They weren't even here. They don't know the trick. The clock's not to change around. It'll happen eventually. At some point, they'll get rid of it. But for now, it's... gotta deal with it. It's called summer and winter time here. But like, it doesn't start exactly at summer, right? It's not even winter yet. It's still, it's autumn. So it changes, the summertime changes, so wait, you enter winter time until like, in August, or not August, October. It's not even winter yet. Maybe this is the year we'll finally get rid of it. I don't know when they're actually going to do that. They keep talking about doing it. And then there was like some sort of thing that they agreed on, but then apparently there's more stuff it has to go through, so I don't know. There are some states in the US that don't do daylight saving. I don't know. Yeah, winter time. Arizona, yeah, that's one of them. There's probably others. I don't know. What if you just like have your own state? Welcome, Adrol. A county in Illinois. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, imagine just like being in the same state, and then you move slightly farther, and suddenly you're in like a different time zone. And then you can move back, and suddenly you're like in another time zone. It's like, whoa, what the? This is so wacky. Yeah, you could have your own time zone. Some parts of Arizona still do it, as in like still doing daylight savings time. Also, do you know it's daylight saving time and not daylight savings time? I think a lot of people say daylight savings time, but they don't know. Anyway, we're going to talk about this again next week, I'm sure. We'll be like, hey guys, whoa, it happened in the US. And then we're going to talk about the same subjects over and over again. Yeah. When I was in my previous job, we had a lot of people in Europe. And so it really disrupted a lot of schedules. But the current company I'm with now, most of the people are in the US, so at least everyone on my team is in the US. So it did not make a difference to us. I didn't even notice. I only knew because, like, some people in Northern Lions chat, they were like, whoa, he's streaming an hour earlier today? What's up with that? And then, like, at the start of his stream, he clarified, he's like, Europeans, we have not yet done daylight savings time here in North America. And then I was like, oh yeah, right, that's a thing. That's happening. Anyway, this past weekend, apparently people celebrated Halloween this past weekend. Which I guess makes sense, because Northern Lion, when he was streaming, he brought up this thing that I never thought about. It's like, if Halloween falls on like a Wednesday, it is kind of weird to celebrate Halloween like the weekend after, right? Because like, you'd be celebrating in November, and it's like, it's already over, man. So I guess most people were celebrating this past weekend, and I guess kids were doing like trick-or-treating this weekend as well, but then I guess they're also doing it on Wednesday? I don't know. Halloween versus trick-or-treat. I don't know. I've never really celebrated it. It's always usually on a weekend. Is it? I've never trick-or-treated, so I don't know. But I think people will also do it like on the day of. No matter what day it is, there's going to be people there. But we never get trick-or-treaters, so it did not apply to me. You get a holiday on the 11th, or on the 1st. Sorry, the different date time. The 1st. That's Wednesday. Got no trick-or-treaters this weekend. Yeah, I never get trick-or-treaters. Definitely get them tomorrow. Man. Imagine getting them both. You get them this weekend and tomorrow. Is it usually like all weekend? It's like Saturday and Sunday. You have to be at home all the time. You gotta be like, man, Saturday and Sunday. People out there asking for candy. I mentioned this. I've only had to deal with it once. Since we never get trick-or-treaters. The one year that we got like one group of kids with their parents, they showed up and we're like, hey, we never get trick-or-treaters. We have no candy for you. Kind of just looked at them like, yeah, we don't have that. But that is the only group we've ever had. Also, is this something about this? The reflectivity of this looks so much nicer on this level. I feel like in the past levels, if you like wash the floor, you don't get something like as shiny as this. This one, nice. It's good. Kids running around outside demanding candy and forcing compliance with threats of practical jokes. Trick, you'll be tricked. While the sun is up till the sun is barely down from 6 to 8 p.m. What about like 5 p.m.? What about 4 p.m.? I mean, 4 p.m. is too early. I remember. Wait, I specifically remember. Okay, Yuko, you remember a long time ago on when I used to have phone calls with people and I would just like be on my Twitter and post like, hey, anyone want to have a phone call right now? I remember specifically, I had like one Halloween phone call with you. I was like walking around. That was cool. I remember that. Those were some times. That was like 10 years ago. At least 10 years ago. Very vaguely, yeah. I remember it. Good times. Well, look at this. It's so dirty down there. Okay, I'll put this here. Sun is almost gone at 6 p.m. here. I don't know when it goes down here. Because like I don't go outside much. So I don't know when the sun goes down. But probably after daylight saving, it's gonna be like pretty early, like 5 p.m. ish. The days of small Twitter. The days of Twitter in general. Now it's all about X. It's all about posts. People out there posting. Those are sometimes. Also, let me, hold on. Let me pull on my PNG tuber thing. I did work on it this weekend. There weren't really any noticeable differences to you guys, but to me, I noticed. The refactor. There we go. I put this here. I've done some refactoring. Now we're going to put on the transparency. We're going to do this one. Okay, I'll put this back here. Put this over there. I'll put this over here. Put that over here. Right over there, right here. Welcome, Nutritious. Never been to New York City before. I was like, want to visit New York City, and then it was like, well, yeah, imagine going to New York City. Anyway, so the updates to this thing that I've been working on, it looks exactly the same to you guys. However, the code is much cleaner now. I'm no longer hard coding paths to things. It now supports animated PNGs. So the previous version that I had, I was like, I exported all of the PNG frames individually, and then in the code I manually specify like, okay, at this time go to frame 1, at this time go to frame 2. Now it's like a generic animation system. You could just have the inputs, just put in an animated PNG. It also supports animated GIF. However, one thing you should be aware is that animated GIFs don't support partial transparency. And so if you're overlaying a thing on top of another thing, the outline is very visible. So I started adding animated PNG. Yeah, PNGs can animate. There's animated PNGs. It's a whole thing. You could also use a WebP. I know a lot of people hate WebP, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, basically I just have like, you know, the mouth, each of the mouth frames, or each of the mouths is just a separate layer on top. WebM. Does WebM support transparency? Probably, right? WebM supports a lot of like wacky stuff. Remember like a while ago, I think on like Discord, there were like specific WebMs you could post and they could like resize themselves. And so someone would post like a WebM on Discord, and then it would just like make the UI stretch. It's weird. Apple hates WebP. Doesn't Apple have like its own... hold on, I don't know. Doesn't Apple have like their own format? No, they use some other, they use like JFIF or something for their images. It's not their own format, but like every time everyone's like, oh man, a JFIF file, I don't even know what this is. It'll be the big VTuber software dev. Well, at the moment, this is like mostly for myself. I haven't written it in such a way that it's like generally usable by other people. Maybe eventually. Also, welcome to Aguero. Deep tissue massage. They're out there massaging tissues. What the... Anyway, there's more stuff I have to add. I just have to make it... Like, everything's hard-coded right now. I just have, like, the file paths hard-coded. I don't know. It's more flexible now than it used to. Also, I can now resize stuff. Look at this. You can use the scroll wheel. Get resize just like VTube Studio. You could move it around. Whoa, look at this. That's cool. And then I can reset the transform. I put it back here. I also have this debug menu. You can see where the cursor is. You can see whether I'm clicking. It's very nice. Very cool. There's a niche for PNG tuber stuff like that. I think so. The thing is, software like this already exists. It's just that the ones that do exist focus on Windows, which makes sense. Most people do not care about Mac or Linux. This probably works on Linux as well. Welcome, Michael. But me as a Macintosh user, I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of this software not supporting Mac. So now it supports Mac. We're trying to push VTube Studio out of business. Not at all. Welcome, Zoe. This will be called PNG Tube Studio. The thing is, like, it's not really strictly PNGs. It's more like a GIF, right? I mean, it is animated PNG, so I guess it is still PNG. Animated PNG Tube Studio, a PNG Tube. Yeah. After a hard day at work, I work hard to make the greatest entertainment possible while he simulates even more work. Yeah, power washing. We're out here washing the train platform. Look at how shiny it is. Wow. Got aliens up there. Yeah, simulated work. Welcome Slime Molder as well. I had to scroll up to make sure I didn't already greet you. Okay, we're here. And then, you know, eventually I'll just add more features. And then people will be like, whoa, what the? Wolfie, how did you do this? I want to use this. And then I'm like, haha, you can't use it. It's just for me. And they're like, no, I can't believe this. And then I'll be like, surprise, here's an open source version. I don't test it on Windows, okay? Now you know how it feels. People not developing things for your platform. You build it from source, okay? Here's the source. You gotta install Bazel. You gotta run some commands. You build it yourself. You run the command line tools. We'll test it on Linux. I think it'll just work. It should just work on Linux. I don't know about Windows though. It's like Mac and Linux, they have quite a bit in common. They're both Unix based. Windows though, I don't know. There's probably some weird Windows thing that I don't know. But I'm sure it works fine on Linux. Do a Linux verified. Perhaps. Closed source wall. It is in fact still closed source at the moment. Reality is Linux based. Isn't modern Windows Windows? I can't read. Windows Linux based too. It's not, but they do have a Linux compatibility layer. They have a Windows subsystem for Linux. But pretty much every server you find online is going to be running Linux. Welcome, props not Jack. Yeah, that's probably what you were thinking. They also have an Android compatibility layer. A Windows subsystem for Android. Anyway, should be cool. As far as other stuff, I'm gonna have to draw like the rest of the body. I'm gonna have to draw more like mouth animations. There's like 11 supported mouth shapes, and I've only drawn like 5 of them. Welcome, Delicious Smile. The previous demo that I had that was just like the mouth, that one I did draw 11 frames. But it is a lot more effort to draw this when it's like animated, you know? The only thing I know of Unix is that you can earn a lot of money by learning it. But like pretty much almost all software dev... Well, okay, I don't know. all back-end software dev is pretty much Linux. What if hand gestures in addition to lip syncing? Yes, it is possible. I would need to add what's that thing called? Media pipe support. But at the moment, I'll just have it do lip syncing. I'll do like cursor based stuff, like if your mouse is over here, you can move, transition things. And I want to make it a bit more generic, so I'm not just like hard coding things. Could have like alternate models. You could switch between models. arbitrary values you could set them. I don't know. We had Ubuntu at work before it was freaking up your laptop, so we switched to Pop OS. No, I know about Pop OS. It's like pop and then there's an underscore in there. Brave of them to put an underscore in their distribution. And based this information on a 2003, yeah, like that. 2003 web animation. Yeah, everything's still running Linux. A lot of things are running Ubuntu Server Edition. Many Debian things out there? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there. It finally is the year of the Linux desktop. For real, Linux gaming is taking off. Now that the Steam Deck is out there, it's real. Everyone knows. Anyway, I did some adjustments, and I feel like the the latency is slightly better on the lip sync. It is still a bit delayed. And I wonder how much of it is due to like the subpar, what is it called? The Windows capture in OBS for Mac. It's like, it's not that good. The thing is that VTube Studio is using NDI, which is, I guess, probably better. But this is using the classic window capture software. Does PNG Wolf have a softer hair color? I talked about this last time, but this one on the right that you're seeing is darker than what the model actually is. It's because VTube Studio, the way I'm outputting it is via an NDI plugin. And I think that one changes the color slightly. But if you look at VR fishing streams, that is the canonical hair color. And it is much closer to this one. Which should I look at to not offend me? Both of them. At the same time. Just split your attention between... Okay, if the right one is not lip syncing correctly, then look at the left. Look at whichever one has lip sync. That is the correct thing to do. The objectively correct thing. Whichever one has fewer issues with tracking. The music is just not playing right now. There are some songs that just have like 10 seconds of silence at the end. Hold on, is this song done? Okay, there it is. Have I ever been to Moppingham? I'm not sure actually. I've not been paying attention to like where we've been in this world. I feel like we've been in Muckingham for the majority of the game. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Hope you guys are doing well on this Monday. You guys do anything fun this weekend? I did just program stuff. I also ordered pizza. It was pretty good. It was surprisingly filling. It had like pepperoni, it had sausage. And actually, it was not like a regular pizza. It was like a stuffed pizza. Basically, think of like if you had, hold on, can I draw it like this? If you had like, you know, the normal pizza is like this, right? It's like that. Now imagine, instead of the toppings being here, it was like, the pizza was like this, right? And it was folded onto itself. And so it's kind of like a sandwich where it's like, here's a hinge, and I don't know how to describe it, but it was very filling. Did I eat the leftovers cold the next day? I still have leftovers. I have not finished them. There's still a lot left. Yeah, Zoli fixed an OBS bug. It's like it's kind of like a calzone, but like the hinge is like on that part. You know what I mean? It's like if they made the pizza, I don't know how they make it. Like I know for like a calzone, you just like I guess it is like a calzone, except it's like a big calzone. This kind of looks like Among Us, but then they just cut it up into like multiple parts. It was good though. Like normally I can eat like 2 slices of pizza, but this one it was like since there was like so much more bread, I could eat like 1.5 slices. I mean, there's many leftovers. But yeah, I was talking about how last time I tried to order pizza and then I was like, oh, there's no coupons. I tried to use Grubhub, which I usually use, but then there's no coupons. But this weekend I was like, you know what? I feel like getting pizza. So I tried a different delivery app. There's one in New York called Slice. They specifically focus on pizza. And apparently it's better for the local businesses because they charge less fees. But I guess by default they give you like a 10% discount for using that. Also welcome Admiral Kobayashi. How expensive are delivery apps? I'm not sure exactly. The fees are like pretty high. I think I actually signed up for Uber Eats to see if any of the coupons worked. They had no working coupons. But the thing is, if you sign up for Uber Eats, they immediately give you like a 7-day trial for like Uber Eats Plus or whatever the heck it is. But then I was like, oh, this is such a waste because I don't know if I'm gonna actually use it. And then I tried the coupons and they didn't work. So I was like, you know what? I'm not using this. But the fees were pretty high. It was like $3 to $6 or something, and then they like subtract some amount of it if you're like a Uber Eats premium member or whatever it's called. I find it hard to justify using them over here because you get the fee and then you have to tip. Yeah, it is I don't know, it's quite a lot. That's why I only use them if they had like a coupon code. Because pretty much every time I've ordered from Uber Eats or from Grubhub, I've been able to use like a $10 off coupon. And so that offsets the cost of like tip and delivery. But they've had no such coupons recently. So, I don't know. How much is a regular pizza in New York, like a pepperoni pie? It really depends on like the place. There's a lot of places where you can still get dollar slices. 1 slice for $1. I think they're probably more expensive now. Like $1.50 or $2. I don't know. But the place that I ordered from, it is like really expensive though. But it is a lot of food. It is like the pizza slices are huge. I think the price of a whole pie is like 25 to 27 or something dollars, which actually seems ludicrous. But then I remember I was like watching ChocoJack's stream and she like ordered a pizza and it was like about the same price, but it was Domino's or one of those chains, and those have much smaller slices. It's a huge pizza. Yeah, it's like forget the size exactly. I would have to check. But it is pretty big. Could last you like 4 meals. You eat 2 slices per meal. Hold on. There's many chat messages I have not read. I tried Uber Eats once. It was 2 times as expensive as Grubhub and DoorDash. I wonder how they compete with each other. I don't know. There's so many different delivery apps now. So I have an American Express card that gives me a monthly $10 Uber credit. So I force myself to do Uber Eats pickup every month. Yeah, actually, I'm more inclined to do like to order pizza now because my workplace has like a reimbursement thing for like random stuff. And like food delivery charges are included as part of that. And by food delivery, I just mean like food in general. So you can go buy like takeout, order stuff, and then you reimburse it. And it's pretty good. Hold on. How do I usually get food again? Do I just go out? Get groceries delivered. There's a lot of instant noodles. Sandwiches. Bread. Just make stuff. Some I don't know. Just a bunch of stuff. I wonder what year the last dollar pizza slice will be sold. I'm sure like there will always be at least one place still selling still selling dollar pizza. It's just probably like the quality of it's probably gonna go low, or like it'll be much smaller. But I'm sure somewhere there will be. There will always be dollar pizza. Unless I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, but this is my assumption. They'll just like decrease the quality, they'll make it smaller. I don't know. I'll just use less cheese. As wide as a breadstick. Yeah, I don't know. It will probably still exist. Probably. Hold on, let me check the size of a New York City slice. Regular size. New York City slice size. They're traditionally cooked in sizes of 18-inch or larger. That is the diameter. I think. Yes. 18 to 20-inch slice. Okay, 18 to not slice. The whole pizza itself in diameter. So it is really big. Grocery delivery isn't a thing here. I'm sure it will be eventually. Diameter is small. No, it's not. It is pretty big. If you're I don't know. Is that? Hold on. 18. No, I don't know. It's definitely not the radius, though. I don't know. I don't know. Wait, is it diameter? Hold on. It is, do they say diameter? 16 to 18. Pies are typically... Hold on. Pies are typically... Oh, 18 to 24 inches. So... I don't know. Just imagine, like... a foot. The metrics, non-metric, the imperial system. The size, I don't know. I still stand that most cities outside of New York City cannot come close to competing on price, value, quality, and local pizza. Yeah, pretty much like everyone just gets like Papa John's or like whatever in other places outside New York. But as people from New York, I have rarely ever had Domino's or Pizza Hut or Papa John's or whatever, because there's no real reason to, right? Because they're either more expensive or around the same price for like lesser quality. So there's no reason to do it. Have not had pizza in a while. You could have it today. You could have it tomorrow. It's probably 24, 28, and 32. 32? That's huge. Pretty much every city has better local places. I'm sure not every place. I'm sure there are places that are just, like, not good at all. But, yeah, there are some, like, legit New York City style places outside of New York. Like in Japan. I think I recommended Japan food videos of this one guy, specifically Japan Eats. It's like, check it out, guys. Here's some New York style slices in Japan. And then I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that does look like New York style. How often do I air fry pizzas? I do not air fry usually. I have a toaster oven. And I use that. We have a local chain that's okay and priced about the same level as the big chain, but only like slightly better. I don't know. I feel like I've only had like those big chain pizza restaurants like once or twice in my life. And like, I thought they were okay. The size is definitely like much smaller. But it was not as good. Like, I don't know. It's not as good in general. If you're in rural Nebraska, you might only have Pizza Hut as long as you're in a city that has 50k plus people. Yeah, I don't know. There's limited options out there. Pizza. I heard of Pizza Crunch. It's a thing they do in Scotland where they batter and deep fry a whole slice of pizza. I have not heard of that, but I'm not surprised that it exists. People are out there deep frying everything. If you can name any sort of food, someone out there has probably deep fried it. Also welcome, Goat Cat Gaming. I don't know where I am exactly, but my last estimation was near middle of nowhere at Deffens. General locations in Germany. Me as a non-European, I don't really know places in Germany. You could be like, oh yeah, it's this city, and like I don't know where that is relative to anything else. It's kind of weird that like people like America is so like central, not central, but like in terms of like culture, because like you talk to people and there's like they're most likely American online, depending on where you go. But like people generally sort of know like American geography. They at least know usually that New York is like on the East Coast and like California's on the West Coast. But like if you name any German city and you're like, is this in like the east part or the west part? Like I feel like most people would just be like, I don't know, man. You name something in America and people are like, oh yeah, that's totally over there. Even if they're not even from here. Scotland also does the deep fried Mars bar. I feel like that's probably a common thing, even outside of Scotland. My immediate area, Domino's, is probably the best area, and I don't really live in the boonies. Domino's. What is... So, people who have had the different pizza chain restaurants, do you have a favorite one? Like, out of like, Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut? I don't even know what else there is. Though, is there, like, one that people generally agree is, like, better? There's also Little Caesars. It's like a bunch of other options. You're self-absorbed. Yeah, we expect everyone to know places in the US. You're like, New York? Yeah, totally. It's like, if you go to like another country and people ask you like, oh yeah, where are you from? If someone's from Germany, they'll just say, I'm from Germany or whatever. But if there's like an American there, they'll specifically say, I'm from like Los Angeles or like I'm from California. Instead of just saying I'm from America, you're like, okay. Everyone has to know that you're specifically from this specific part of America. You can't just say America. You have to say like, I'm from this city. And assume that they know what you're talking about. Because they probably do. They probably, if you're from California, they probably know what that is. If you just like, if you're from Germany and you just name a specific city, unless it's like the big one, you'll just be like, I don't know, man. So you could unironically sell a two-bro slice outside of New York City anywhere from $4 to $8 that has plain cheese. Possibly. Not be surprised. We would have people lining up for that. Papa John has a garlic butter sauce, which is very good. The pizza is just okay. What the? Someone's ringing the doorbell? Hold on. What the? It's probably like grocery delivery. Hold on. Trick or treat. No, it's trick or treat. It's tomorrow. There's never trick or treaters. From Germany or whatever. They actually like Pizza Hut, but the best, they cost more. They're on hard times. Like 75% Pizza Huts in their area disappeared in the last 5 years. That's like... Hold on. There's still stuff going on. Yeah, people, there's like ranch. Some people, they dip pizzas in ranch. Or like the bread crust at least. It's mostly for the crust, you know. You could also put the ranch like on the pizza itself. That happens sometimes, especially for like, I have seen like some chicken pizza that has ranch like on the pizza itself. But it is a bit less common. You can dip the pizza itself. I wouldn't say it's like a common thing. I've never done it, but it is a thing that happens. Okay, Domino's is good if you need good, cheap, consistently decent pizza. In some regions they're expensive. Papa John's not a fan. Their crust and sauce is bland. Let's see. Didn't they have like a whole campaign where they said they were like improving the quality of their ingredients or whatever? And then the Papa John CEO like resigned or got fired or something. Those were some times. Ranch on pizza is delicious, and I will fight anyone who says different. I mean, it's probably fine. I've just never actually had it. Maybe I have had it, I don't know. Like sometimes at my previous workplace that I worked at for like 7 years, they would get catered pizza sometimes, and it would just be like random stuff. And I would just pick one. I'd just be like, I've probably had ranch on pizza at least once. Sometimes they do it so that it's like, you know, you have like the ranch on pizza. It's like, here's the pizza, right? And it wouldn't be like, they would drizzle it on like circular. It'd be like this. And then they would have like the chicken bits, like, you know, interspersed throughout. And that's what it is. You guys are talking too fast. I have to like scroll. I can't even read all your messages now. The pizza discourse is going wild. Stuffed crust pizza. I haven't had too much stuffed crust. Crust is the most important part of the pizza. Got fired for something different. Yeah, he got fired because he was like racist or something. Pizza is dough with toppings. Ranch is probably fine. It probably is fine. The name is now Papa John's. Was it not Papa John's before? Oh, there's no like apostrophe S anymore, right? I think it's no longer John's with the apostrophe because it no longer belongs to him. Yeah, now it's just John's plural. There's plural Johns out there. Papa John, the guy basically pushed off the company for saying racist or unsavory things. I wonder what he's doing now. You think he's still out there eating pizza? Didn't he like try like a bunch of different pizza places? Also welcome Inflo. He had that interview where he was super sweaty. Is that just because he tried a lot of different pizzas though? They had this whole thing where it's like, to improve the quality of our pizza, I personally have tried like 30 different pizzas in 30 days. And we've learned from them. Yeah, 40 pizzas or something. Yeah, 40. Is Shaq still there? I don't know. Was it Reggie from Nintendo? Wasn't he like a pizza? He was on like the board of directors for like a pizza place or something, right? It wasn't Papa John's, but it was like one of the other Domino's, maybe. He was there, maybe, perhaps. Pizza Hut, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. What's he doing now? Reggie, is he just writing books? It's like, hey, here's my time at Nintendo. And I know that Cadbury was founded by John Cadbury. I did not know that. I also don't think I've ever had Cadbury chocolate. I am aware that it's a brand that exists. I think it's popular in Europe, right? It's like in the UK. Many people know. What's the best pizza topping? I like pepperoni. Pepperoni is pretty good. What is everyone's favorite? Good night, Zoe. You guys like sausage on pizza? Pepperoni? What about chicken? What about bacon? I feel like when most people think of bacon on pizza, it's like bacon bits. But I did have one time where they had like actual strips of bacon like on the pizza, and it was like so greasy. I don't really know. It was fine. Mushrooms. I'm not too much of a fan of mushrooms in general. You know what's good though? Peppers. Peppers on pizza. Yeah, for me, you know, the classic is pepperoni. Pepperoni and sausage. Mushroom sausage is usually your go-to. They have a bacon chicken ranch tomato. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I feel like ranch on pizza usually goes with like chicken. It's usually like chicken and bacon ranch. Mushroom sausage as your general. I don't know. I like it. I'm not really a fan of the texture of mushrooms. There's something about it. You know? But I used to actively dislike mushrooms. Now, like, I won't go out of my way to get it, but if it was on a pizza, I would not, like, pick it off. I would be like, yeah, no, I'll eat this. I have an on and off phase of being a just cheese purist. I think that's also fine. I mean, for, like, most of the time that I've eaten pizza in New York, I feel like a lot of it has just been, like, plain cheese pizza. Because, like, you know, it's pretty cheap, tastes good. Sometimes if you want to splurge, you get pepperoni on it. Have I ever had a portobello mushroom? Probably. No, let me look this up to make sure. Portobello mushroom. Yes, this is the one that I'm thinking of. I have had this before. Now, I don't remember the last time or like in what context, but I definitely have had it. Any protein on pizza? Is cheese not protein? Does cheese not count? But nowadays, I think I also agree. I need like some kind of like meat on the pizza. I know some people, they like margarita pizza. And I'm sure it's also good. But I feel like I need like pepperoni. Like some kind of meat. Yeah, cheese is protein. What about peanut butter? Have people ever had... No, there are dessert pizzas. You know, most people, when they think of pizza, they think of like, you know, savory with like cheese. There are dessert pizzas. They have like, you know, chocolate and bananas or whatever. I don't think I've ever had it, but that is a variety of pizza that does exist. Egg? You guys ever have egg on pizza? I've never had that. I'm sure it's probably good though. Do I ever get pineapple on pizza? I do not enjoy pineapple on pizza, but if you are someone who enjoys it, feel free to do so. I will not be like, how dare you? It's just personally not for me. The sweetness... Not the sweetness. Like, as pineapple is kind of sweet. Like, there's like some sweetness. There's like a little bit of sour. But, like, I don't like the mixture of those. It's also like... It's like wet. There's like the pineapple juices everywhere. I don't know. Not really a fan. Dessert pizzas seem like you're in for way too much sugar than your system can contain. Yeah, probably. I don't know. You think of like the desserts that people eat. When I look at them now, like I don't really eat that much sweets in general now. When I look at a lot of desserts, I'm like, man, this thing, how do people eat all this? Like every time I eat any sort of like sweets, I feel awful afterwards. I think I'm not just not built to handle that anymore. Now that I'm old, my body is just like, no, cut it out with that. We're coming to terms, it's been nearly 1 year since your Europe trip. You got pizza 6 times in Italy, 3 were margarita pizza. What were the other 3? You have like prosciutto, prosciutto, how do you pronounce it? Prosciutto? I'm sure there's some fancy pizzas. There's some fancy pizzas out there. You were a dessert pig, but you'd literally die if you ate a dessert pizza. Would you though? Would you literally die? Or figuratively? I guess if you were allergic to things, and you would literally die. It is possible. It could be. If you were allergic to things that are often in dessert pizzas, you could literally die. It is definitely possible. One was prosciutto. What were the other ones? What is the most common non-margarita pizza in Italy? What do you think the most common like topping is? I feel like in Italy they probably more often just have like plain cheese pizza, right? Because like usually you think of like pepperoni on pizza. That's like, I feel like that's more of like an American thing. Even though pepperoni is Italian, I usually associate it more with like American pizza. Went to a Michelin star place. How much do they charge for pizzas over there? Converted to USD. Mushroom or salami? Yeah, I feel like prosciutto is common. Mushroom makes sense. You could get a heart attack from it too. Yeah, from dessert pizzas. Definitely true. Totally possible. I don't know. Pizza's good though. Would recommend pizza. If you ever wondered, should I get pizza? Perhaps, maybe. You could. You could get pizza right now. You could get pizza for Halloween. You could literally be eating pizza right now. In Naples, it was actually pretty cheap. $8 to $10 for a single person size pizza. That is pretty good. I feel like nowadays, like, the price of food is so much more expensive. I don't know why I said I feel like, because it definitely is true. Like anything under $10 is like a pretty good deal. You would get a pizza, but all pizza places close at 9. What time is it there now? Is it like 10? Is it like 11? Welcome, sun. It's probably 11, right? It's probably 12. 11? Okay, I see. Did Denmark do daylight savings this weekend as well? Or this past weekend? No, I feel like the offset is still they did? Wait a second. Anyway, yes, I will hydrate. While I hydrate, you can stare at this Kevin Bernard's Fun Fair, new for literally 1984. Why am I winking? Okay. Alright. You sure did. But the offset is still 5 hours though. I thought the last time I asked like what time it was over there and then I predicted, I was like, oh yeah, it's probably 5 hours ahead of here, right? And it was. But now it's still 5 hours ahead? Was I misremembering? Also, this is a reference to the previous level we did. You guys remember this when we watched this thing? Wow. Daylight saving. Yeah, but like, with daylight saving, the hours should have changed. So you found a menu picture you took from Michelin Place. Walnut cream, sauteed mushrooms, smoked provola. I don't even know what that is. Walnut grains, aged Parmesan. Let's see, walnut on pizza. Never considered this. Crunchy on pizza. Clock is 1.3 seconds ahead. You gotta synchronize. You have to synchronize your watches. Really good. Yeah. How much did that cost? A Michelin star pizza place in Italy? Probably was not $8 to $10 US, right? Yeah, synchronize every weekend. I don't get why Windows can't automatically synchronize. Yeah, I have the same issue with my PC. I feel like every once in a while I'll notice that the time on this PC is like at least a minute ahead. And I'm like, why? How does this happen? Is there like something wrong with my hardware? I mean, okay, there definitely is something wrong with my hardware. Given the fact that it like resets itself after 5 minutes. But I don't know. Why does the time not synchronize? It just never does it on its own. Yeah, it's like a common issue. So 11 euros. That is surprisingly cheap. For a Michelin star place, that sounds pretty nice. How long was the wait though? I would assume that for like a Michelin star place, the line is probably like kind of long. It literally is 1984. 1984 will be the year we go off-road with driving me nuts. Let's see. Yo, is this Cars? Is this a car from the Cars movie? Here's some names, okay? You got Esther Death. Not Death. Diath. Diath. Got Lawrence Doofer. Are these real people? You think they just made up these names? Are these people that worked on this game, perhaps? Non-existent line. There's lunch right before they open, I see. But you're telling me they don't have like a pre-line? They don't have people lining up out the door before the restaurant opens? Chose the place on a whim. I see it. That's cool though. I assume Lex Icon is supposed to be. Oh yeah. Are these all puns, perhaps? This is literally 1984. Is it though? Does this game take place in 1984? Or are these posters just really old? Given that this is all like, you know, not maintained, there's like, you know, it hasn't been washed in a while. This could just be like an old subway station. And look, this says new. New for 84. I feel like it's been open for a while, right? I don't know. Welcome, Pilo Bacon. Yes, it is in fact that. You guys have to read 1984 when you were in school. I feel like a lot of people did. I wasn't required to. I chose to read it. And then I didn't actually finish reading the thing. I just like, I read part of it and then I was like, you know what? I don't know. I'm just going to read the summary online. And then I'm like, what the? It ends like this? What the? I can't believe. Spoilers, by the way. It ends like that. I thought it was supposed to do this. Read Animal Farm instead. I feel like some other classes in my school read that as well. I did not read that. Welcome, Ranmu. There's a summer reading assignment. It's like, you know, it's one of those common books that people get assigned. 1984, Animal Farm, To Kill a Mockingbird, Lord of the Flies or whatever. One of those. One of various books that people read. Shakespeare. He's out there shaking his spear. At what, though? Why was he even shaking a spear? I had to read Catcher in the Rye, and I hated the main character so much I just resorted to Cliff Notes. I had to read that as well. I thought he was fine. But then if you ask me, like, name, like, tell anything that happened in that book, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't remember anything about that book, other than, like, the main character complaining about stuff, how everyone was a phony. It's like, oh, I can't believe this guy. Everyone here is a phony. I'm the only real one here. And then he caught the rye. You guys remember that part? The part of Catcher in the Rye where he caught the rye. That was pretty cool. But then, like, I don't remember anything about that book. What even happened? Like, what even was the plot? Was it was just, like, a guy, like, he, like, went to school? Was he, like, in college? I think, I vaguely remember a thing where he was, like, in college. He was, like, at a school. And then there was, like, a sports event or something. High school. I see. Just hacks around and learns about himself. Yeah. Classic thing where coming of age book protagonist learns about themselves. Wow, I guess I really am the catcher in the rye. Yeah, I remember when he caught the rye. When he went to, like, you know, baking school, and they were like, here's how you create the rye. And then he was like, yo, is this like in pizza places when you, you know, you have the dough and then you, like, throw the dough in the sky and then you catch it? And they're like, yeah, this is when you catch the rye. And then he caught the rye, and everyone was like, well, I couldn't believe he'd do that. How did he do that? How did he catch the rye? And then he's like, that's right. That's me. Ryan. John Ryan. The rye were the friends we made. What does the title even mean, though? Like, what do they mean by the catcher in the rye? I feel like at some point I used to know this. Have I heard of that file system? I have not. I do not know anything about it. Not really aware of file systems in general. I know there's, like, ext4, though. That's the thing that's often used on Linux, right? I know Apple has APFS. I know Windows has FAT32 and NFAT or whatever. It's like ZFS. I don't even know what that is. I've heard of it. I don't know. NTFS. Thanks, man. Welcome, Denchi. No, I'm not early. I've literally talked about this. It's only early relative to you, because you have experienced daylight saving. Next week, it'll be back to normal. Okay, I'm sure many people will talk about this. They will see an American streamer, and they'll be like, what the... American streamer is streaming early. Michael, no, you were already here. We already talked about this. He has a savior complex and has fantasies about saving these kids running around in a field of rye. Is that actually it, though? I feel like Catcher in the Rye is like... It's always related to, like, children's nursery rhymes, right? They're like, oh yeah, here's the classic nursery rhyme that everyone knows. the one where they were in the rye. There was one guy who caught them. Man. The stream has become unstuck from time. Okay, we're out here not even existing in time. What were they doing in the ride? They were like, you know how like in the Magic School Bus, when they go on field trips and sometimes they like go into like a bread making place, a bakery. I mean, that's what they're called, a bakery. And then they're like in the bread. You think maybe Catcher in the Rye is like, you know, a baseball player was like on the Magic School Bus. And then suddenly they like, oh no guys, we got caught in the rye. And then the catcher was there. The catcher was also in the rye, and then Miss Frizzle's like, hold on guys, here we go. And then they leave the rye. It could be it. It's Holden misremembering a line. It's not important to the plot. Well, surely it's important to the title. Yeah, Carlos Arnold's like, guys, I don't think we should be doing this, guys. No, I don't think we should be we shouldn't be even in here. We'll get in trouble. And then they're like, Arnold, come on. Miss Frizzle said it's fine. And Arnold's like, oh, I don't know about this, guys. Can't believe this. You guys remember the episode where Arnold was in space? They were all in space, and then Arnold took off his helmet and he literally freaking like died. Well, he didn't die, but like he froze. And then you think about it, that was literally the first episode. That is like the one episode I remember. Okay, of like Magic School Bus episodes that I remember, it's that one. There's one where like Arnold eats a lot of like an orange snack or something, and then like his skin turns orange. And then like the school bus just like goes inside Arnold, and they're like, oh, check it out guys, here's the thing that Arnold was eating. Here's why he's orange. Yeah, that's like one of the most memorable things. And then like, I don't know, I don't remember any other episodes. I think there probably was one where they were like in a bakery. Probably. We shouldn't even be in bread. They're not even within the bread, okay? ZFS pools all of your drives together, has deduplication. I see. That's cool. Bakery. What are some other Magic School Bus episodes though? Did they ever like go inside a computer? That one where they go into Twitch to watch VTubers? That's not even real. That didn't even happen. There's one with the haunted house. I feel like every kid show like pretty much has to have like a Halloween episode, right? They all do. There's one later season episode where they predicted smart devices. A bunch of stuff connected to the internet go haywire. Well, it's like a Black Mirror episode. What if technology was bad? What if technology was not good? CDDL. I don't know. This is too specific for me to understand. File systems, programming. There's one where they go to Antarctica and Miss Frizzle has a bunch of raw blubber in storage. I feel like that vaguely sounds familiar, but I don't know. What was the best episode? Is there even a best episode? It had a lizard. You guys remember that guy? Or girl? I don't know. The lizard out there. Miss Frizzle? Miss Lizard? Wait a second. Those words are vaguely similar. The reason you find native support on OpenBSD... Sorry, I don't even... I'm reading your comment totally incorrectly. OpenBSD... Solaris? Open Solaris. Started the show with the showstopper with the space one. That is the most memorable one. It's like the most traumatizing one. Like if I was ever in space, I would not take off my helmet. They would ask me why. They're like, Wolfie, don't you wonder what it's like to take off your helmet in space? And you could be like, no. Remember the episode where Arnold did it in Magic School Bus? And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, we shouldn't do that. And then I'll have saved everyone. Frizzle, Miss Lizard. That's true. Miss Frizzard. Lizard? Miss Lizard. Most memorable of going inside Arnold due to the absurdity? Yeah, that's like... I don't know. It was weird. Sure is a thing that happened. Anyway, I don't know. What were we talking about before this? I don't even know. Pizza. We were talking about pizza. How did we get to Magic School Bus? I don't know. I always the word wrong. Unfortunate typo. Literally 1984. City Stadium Caldera Tour. Tell them about your Magic School Bus themed pizza. No, I was talking about Catcher in the Rye. Why did I talk about Catcher in the Rye? 1984. Okay, talking about pizza, and then 1984 happened, and then Catcher in the Rye, and then Magic School Bus. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. What else? Just out here remembering things. Categorizing things. I still don't know what I'm going to play tomorrow. It is Halloween. I could look for a bunch of like itch.io horror games. But like that's effort, you know? I have to look at I would have to like find them and then be like, oh, maybe this one would be good, and then just download a bunch of them. Spoopy games. I did that last year. Maybe I could, perhaps. But like if I didn't do that, what would I even do? Like Suika game. They have a Halloween version. I could just play that again. I don't know. There's options. The thing is though, like, I'd have to look up games. And looking up games means that I have less time to spend on programming. Put a witch hat on my... Which one? Which hat are you even talking about? I don't even know. I could make a custom asset though, you know. Paper plate. A mask, a custom mask to put on my avatar. And by my avatar, I mean myself. My real self. This is not an avatar. It's literally me, guys. What do you think other people are gonna do on Halloween? Are they also just gonna play spooky games? They're gonna play, I don't know, Outlast. They're gonna play, what, I don't even know. Amnesia. Trick and treat. Trick nor treat. Trick X or treat. Vote for Mayor 84. Jeff Jefferson, the 12th. Vote Jeff. I'll clean up Caldera City and beyond. What the? This political advert See, in the UK, they say advert. They don't say advertisement, they say advert. It's sponsored by the Jeff Jefferson campaign. But to make it clear that he's talking metaphorically about cleaning up the city. He has no intention of getting on his expensively tailored knees and scrubbing the city or any kind of manual labor for that matter. I see. Thanks for clarifying. You know, specifically that he is not going to clean up the city literally. Play Luigi's Mansion? I don't know. Then I'd have to like buy a game. Or pirate a game, which I also don't feel like doing. It'd have to be something free. A free game. For all. What if I drew stuff? Welcome, Namington. What if I did a Halloween art stream? What would I even draw? I don't know. Pumpkins? Spooky ghosts? I draw a ghost. Yeah, I'm not even a pirate. Skull emojis. I could draw it literally right now. Look at this. Early Halloween. You get a... one of these. Yo, it's so spooky. There's a ghost out there. And then up here you got like a ghost. Whoa, it's so spooky. It's so scary. Oh. Could be my new emo when the new animate slots are ready. Could. When are they adding that? They still have not said anything about it, which is kind of messed up. They're just like, hey, we're gonna add new animated emote slots. And everyone was like, whoa, finally. And then when? Never. Team Ghost wants Splatfest. Also welcome to mine. Yeah, it's cool. What were the other teams? Was it like Ghost, Skeleton, and Werewolf? They had that before. Are they just reusing the same Splatfest? Treat for November. Yeah, trick or treat. Imagine being tricked though. Imagine being tricked by a streamer. Zombie skeleton ghost? I see. Did they have werewolf one year? Because I feel like I vaguely remember that. No, maybe not. Zombie does seem like a more common thing. Ghost. You guys remember Danny Phantom? Nickelodeon? Classic show. Oh, wait, I am waiting. I'm waiting for your updated comment. Remember when I used to play Splatoon? Now I don't even know a Splatfest is happening. I don't even know what the choices even were. You do not. Yeah, you weren't even here. He doesn't even remember. He hates Splatoon? No. I just think I'm done with it for now. Until the next Splatoon. Splatoon 4? I'll play that. Whenever that is. Splatoon 5, perhaps? Splatoon 7? Yeah, Rem to Ember? Rem to Rember? Always Rember happy day? Do you even remember? Rendering? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Suit. Platform light has been cleaned. Platform ceiling has been cleaned. Here, I should be using the long extension for this. Anyway, what else happened this weekend? Anything cool? Any cool events? There were the corporate VTuber debuts, which I did not watch. Niji Sanji En. They have new people. And I don't know much about them. I just know people are talking about Victoria Bright Shield. That is the only one I ever see people talking about. Love this map. It got through a nice chunk of The Hobbit. How long is The Hobbit? Do you mean the movie? Or the book? Are you reading stuff while power washing? Was someone else streaming and you had their stream on in the background while they were watching this? Niji Sound. Niji Sanji. Sanji from One Piece. Oh, audiobook. That makes sense. You know, I was thinking, like, what if I did, like, one of those streams where I play copyrighted music, but then I have the Twitch thing set up so that the VOD does not get the audio? Because it's like, you know, while lo-fi BGM is fine, I feel like sometimes it's cool to listen to, like, other music, you know? Sometimes people, they be listening to, like, copyrighted songs on their stream, and it's like, wow, look, they're having such a good time. We're just here listening to the same tracks over and over. You'll listen to some copyrighted audio. Some audiobooks, perhaps? No, that's too much. Michael cannot keep up with all these VTubers. That's the thing though, you don't have to. You can choose to totally ignore them. Aren't you power washing while reading parentheses chat? Yes, but that's different. It's totally different, you know? What if I wasn't reading? What if I had text-to-speech? It was just reading the comments to me. Could happen. Remember, Linux 6.6 came out yesterday? That's neat. That's cool they're out there adding new features. Various things. Whatever it is that they do. I don't even understand. It's too complex for me. But yeah, anyway, besides that, I don't know what else happened this weekend. Nothing. Literally nothing even occurring. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. People are talking about that. Anyone out there watching that movie? I've actually never played Five Nights at Freddy's, and I don't understand the appeal of the game. I just see it and I'm like, this does not seem fun. And I'm sure people play it for the lore. They're like, oh yeah, totally. Here's the lore of this guy. It's a game theory, guys. Whoa, game theory. Stanley watched the movie. Was it good? People are saying it's good. What would I do if the internet shut down tomorrow? I would just program. I would not be able to do my work because I work remotely and a lot of things require access to the internet, and I would not be able to do that, and I would not be able to stream. So I guess I would just continue programming. But then also, programming requires pulling code from online. So maybe I wouldn't even be able to do that. I don't know. Forced to go into the office? No, but like a lot of stuff, even in the office, like, what would you do? Because like we're writing software. And for the software to work, you need internet. So like, I don't know. Intranet? No, I mean like not like pulling packages from like external repositories? Documentation? I don't know. Maybe a lot of it is cached. It's more for the deep lore. What is? I don't even know what the lore is. What even is the deal with Five Nights at Freddy? What even is the Bite of 87? Did the Bite of 87 show up in the movie? Did it show up and people were like, yo guys, that's the Bite of 87. Whoa. Guys, check it out. Freddy Fazbear. It's all ones and zeros. Yeah, 1 1 and 0 0. And git clone a Wi-Fi adapter driver every 2 months or so. Let me see. But why? Get the latest upstream contributions. Yeah, 1 1. The Bite of 87. Do you guys know the number of bytes or the number of bits in a byte? I think most people would say 8, but you didn't even know. You guys don't even know. It is implementation dependent. Okay. You could have as many. It depends on the architecture. Most things do have 8 bits in a byte. But the specification, it is not literally 8. It could be anything. It is one of those moments I will remember forever. When I was in college, I think one of our professors was like, "Okay, guys, you guys know how many bits are in a byte?" And then everyone's like, "Well, obviously there's 8. Come on, you think we're stupid?" And then one kid was like, "It's actually implementation dependent." And the professor like, "He's right. He's right, guys. This is a trick question. But for the purposes of this class, we will say it's 8. You ever think it's weird that it's 8? You know, 8 and you bite, right? You're eating and you're biting 8 bites. Man, they're eating. And then a nibble is like, you know, half of a bite. Nibble, but spelled with a Y. N-Y-B-B-L-E. Yeah, Albert Einstein. It's there. He was real. 8 bytes, sorry, 8 bits. In a byte. 8 bytes? What? How could they eat the bytes? 8 bytes, I sure hope they had a good meal. Wow. How do we get to this? I don't even know. Why are we talking about this? Oh, the Bite of 87. True. Five Nights at Freddy's. What if instead of 5 nights, as in like, you know, day-night cycle, 5 nights, what if it was like 5 nights, as in like, you know, people, you know, dressed up in armor, they had like, you know, the swords maybe, those kind of nights. And they were just chilling at Freddy's. You think anyone did that? You think anyone went to like Chuck E. Cheese? Dressed up, you know, like five guys, wait. They had 5 guys dressed up as knights. They went to Chuck E. Cheese, and then people are like, what are you doing? And they're like, we're 5 nights, haha, 5 nights. Yeah, 5 guys. Welcome, tuna nuggets. 5 Night of Nights. And also, Chuck E. Cheese did have a promotion. 5 Nights of Fun at Chuck E. Cheese. And they were like, this is not legally associated with Five Nights at Freddy's. It just happens to be a coincidence. Remember when Chuck E. Cheese said poggers? I sure do. Streaming Fall Guys. Is that the only thing Chuck E. Cheese has ever said? He's only ever uttered the word poggers? It's true. He was out there. He was so brave for that. Remember this cool 2D fighting game in Chuck E. Cheese? You remember it, but you don't remember it? What? You mean like you don't remember the name of it? Yeah. I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese. In fact, the only similar place I've been to, I think there was a place in Brooklyn called like Fun Time USA or something. And it had a sort of similar vibe. It was like, just have tickets, arcade stuff. They had food. And I think their mascot was like a clown. But I remember it used to be fun. You know, you go there, you get some tickets. You're like, oh, cool. Look, what can we win with this? And then you find out it's worth nothing. It would have been so much cheaper to just buy the prizes like yourself. But it was cool, you know, to trick yourself into thinking that that the tickets are worth something. Did I get any spider rings? I don't even know what that is. I remember, I feel like the thing that I got was like a notebook or maybe like a yo-yo, perhaps. Yo, happy I got to see Old Chinatown Fair before it became what it is now. That is one of the classic arcades out here. All the tickets nowadays are digital on a card. I guess that's probably better because, like, think of what a waste of resources it was to have like physical tickets. But it was nice though. You could see like the tickets coming out of the machine. You're like, whoa. Actually, I remember specifically one time I was at Funtime USA. I think like one of my cousins got like a jackpot on one of the games. And the tickets were like coming out for like a long time. And then I think some other like girl over there, she was like, what? Did they break the machine? I can't believe this. And then while the tickets were coming out, the girl just like put a quarter in the machine and that stopped all the tickets. And so we lost, we lost potentially a lot of tickets that we could have gotten. But man, I can't believe this. Why would she do that? It's messed up. I wanted this Nintendo Switch at the arcade for $68,000. That's a lot. How much money did it take for that? Have I been to round one? I have actually. I have been to one. We did karaoke there. It's pretty much the only thing I did there. And they did not clean up the karaoke room. It was very dirty. The people that were there before were like, they just threw a bunch of stuff on the floor and it was still there when we started. That's all I remember about it. There's slot arcade games in a children's place. What? Like the gambling ones? The ones that are just like those. Okay, shapes. Welcome, map guy. I'm gonna do karaoke at round one for birthday, but the system was down. What? System of a Down? Did you sing System of a Down? The system was down. What songs would you have sung though? Because I know the thing about round one. They have the Japanese arcade, or the Japanese karaoke machines. So you could sing anime songs, you could sing whatever. They do have the English songs though. Yeah, they're out there regularly. Okay, so think about like how they don't have slot machines for kids. Like gacha is kind of the same thing. Remember when Pokemon used to have slot machines? Pokemon Red and Blue. And then they replaced it with Voltorb Flip. Probably would have been anime songs, yeah. Remember when gambling was not a thing you had to keep away from kids? Yeah, Pokemon. Classic. I have a 4.5 star on karaoke. I feel like every time I've been to karaoke, they either don't have like a rating system or like we would never pay attention to our score. Paying attention to your score is like only good if you like actually know how to sing. I don't know. Imagine actually knowing how to sing. I can't believe that. Yeah, karaoke, it's fun. There's good times out there. I feel like a lot of the places that had like the Japanese karaoke machines, they would always be like outdated. Or they wouldn't have the most up-to-date songs. Which used to be a problem for me. Because, you know, I used to watch anime and then I would like to sing like the more recent anime songs. But now that I don't watch anime anymore, I'm just like, you know, it probably doesn't matter that they don't have the songs that are new. Because like I probably don't know any of them anyway. I have 8k points. That's quite a bit. That's some points. Anyway, I don't know. Look at how clean this part is compared to that part. You're like, whoa, this is so clean. And then you turn around and it's like, it's not clean. Like a before and after picture. Wow. How did it even happen? How did they do this? Oh wow, okay, there's a bunch. I thought it was clean, but turns out it's not. Okay, now it's clean. Now you gotta clean this though. You have to. It is literally my job in this game to do this. That's cleaned. Alright, what else is there? You gotta clean this though. The other side of this, we didn't even bother cleaning this. Check that out. This is done. It's literally done. And then what? Signal light. You guys ever use Signal? Secure messaging app? I haven't. I've never really had a need to. Everyone's just on Discord nowadays. What's even going on? Twitter? You guys using Twitter? I feel like the Twitter algorithm keeps showing me Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, even though like I don't care at all. It's always like, okay, so the tweets that I've been seeing are like Five Nights at Freddy's and like Spider-Man the game. They keep recommending Spider-Man game tweets to me. And apparently there's one where like Spider-Man has like this new suit and it's like you can see his hair through it. And people are like, this is the dumbest suit ever. And I'm like, it does look kind of stupid. But also, I don't really care. But it keeps showing them to me. And I keep seeing them. For the hate algorithm to recommend stuff I'd hate. It sure is. Did I greet you? Hold on, I don't remember. I did not greet you. Welcome, Lofky. I just wanted to like not show me quote retweets. There's too many things that are like, look at this dumb guy, and then it's like a quote retweet, and I'm like, if you did not quote retweet this, I would not have seen this. Just give me an option to like mute all quote retweets on my For You timeline. And I feel like the quality would be so much better. I feel like quote retweets were maybe a mistake. Perhaps. Should not have existed. Well, no, it is useful. It's just like on the For You page, you know, from people that you don't know, I feel like it's too much. I would rather not see it. Anyway, I don't know. What else have I been recommended? They should be showing me more rat videos. That's one thing that YouTube algorithm is good at. Showing me rat videos. Turn off all retweets from that person. No, this is the For You timeline. These are people I'm not even following. I guess the issue is then that I'm checking that timeline in the first place. But sometimes there is interesting stuff. Just don't use the timeline. Yeah, I guess I could. Also, I feel like I get a lot of tweets from Northern Lion describing them. He pretty often gets recommended the same tweets that I do. And then he talks about them on his stream. There's a whole segment where he's like, do you guys see this tweet where blah blah blah? And then he talks about the tweet. And then I'd be like, yo, I saw that tweet. And get recommended the same tweets. Wow. Simply wait for librarian to find it. Yes. He sure does do that. Should I get Hershey's or Mars stuff for trick-or-treaters? Hershey's are probably better to have left over, but Mars stuff is better. Better quantity? I don't know. They're all the same to me. I feel like you should go for quantity. Because, like, they probably don't care. They're just like, yo, what? Chocolate, that's, you know. I feel like they wouldn't be like, oh, I can't believe this house gave me, like, this candy instead of this candy. Can't believe they didn't opt for, like, the high-quality chocolate. Because wouldn't it be worse, like, if you ran out of chocolate? And then, like, someone came to your house and they're like, hey, I'm trick-or-treating. And then you're like, oh, sorry, I don't have enough because, like, I bought the better stuff, you know? I hate the For You timeline. I feel like only half the tweets from people I follow are in following. The other are hidden away in For You. The For You page, I feel like never has tweets from people that I follow. Or like maybe like 1 in 20. 1 in 20 tweets are from them. And it's always like the same people that I don't follow that show up. I started muting them. I'm like, okay, this guy's been showing up too much. I started recognizing their avatars. And like, oh, this is the guy with the whatever icon. It's not like their tweets are bad. I've just been recommended too many of them. What's going on with the algorithm? They're just out there determining things. And then I go on the Fediverse on my Firefish instance, wolfie.dev, and then I see tweets about, or not tweets, posts about Rust, and I'm like, that's good. That's some good content I'm here for because I specifically followed these accounts. And it's nice. And then I just don't post. Imagine posting on websites. Remember when people used to post things? Remember when I used to post things? was a while ago. I do post stuff on my art account, but that's different. As different, okay? It's not even the same. That's like a totally separate account. There is like nothing to tweet about. I think it's because like I already talk about stuff on my stream. Right? I feel like if you streamed, probably would have less to tweet about, because you would just be like, oh, this is just like a rehash of stuff I've talked about on stream, or like, you know, here's something I could talk about on stream, but then I'm spoiling it by like tweeting about it. Whoa. So instead, people will have to watch my streams to know my thoughts. And they'll be like, man, I wonder what Wolfie thinks about this thing that happened. And then he doesn't tweet about it, and you're like, what? I guess I'll have to tune in. Oh, that's why I have so many viewers. Everyone, you know, it works. Everyone's like, oh man, if he was tweeting, I would have no reason to watch his streams. And then I don't tweet. And everyone is here. Literally everyone. All 5,000 viewers, they're all here. Yep. It's true. Look at this face. Why is it so angry? The platform ceiling is cleaned. Hold on. Something here. Did I wash all of this? Are these done? I would hate for this to be one of those things where like I wash this thing 90%. Oh wait, hold on. It's not washed. This part's not washed. Gotta make sure you wash the sides of these things. Oh, and probably up top too, right? I knew it. I knew it. I called it. Gotta wash the tunnel light. This tunnel light is done. These are done. This one's done. Don't think I forgot. Don't think I 5 got. 4 got. What about 1 through 3? Or gore. Tunnel wall. Tunneling. Tunnel light. You're washed. You're power washed. Washing with the power. Yo, the wall is clean, guys. Check it out. The light is clean. This light also is clean with the... That one is also clean. I think this whole side is done. No, it's not. It's not done. These rails have not even been washed. They've only been partially washed. They're only kind of done. Did that sound like a sipping noise in the game? Or not the game, but like the the song? It vaguely sounded like there was a sipping sound. Slurp. Slurping. Okay, are we done with this now? Are we now done with this side? It does look done. I think it is done. I think we are done. No, the clock is not done. What about over here? What about there? It's gotta be this side, right? This side up there is not done. Oh, it's up there. Okay, this is now done. This thing probably, yep, this has not been fully washed. Washed? Not even washed. Not even Washua. You guys remember Washua from Undertale? You think there'll ever be an Undertale movie? Think about, like, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's had a movie. What if other games had movies? Undertale? It could happen. It is a pretty popular game. Could be real. Sans would be there. Mario would be there. Ness would be there. There's going to be an Undertale Corpo anime. Like Edron, is there actually? Or are you just saying hypothetically? So I feel like I would have heard about this. They made that up. I knew it. I knew it. That did not sound real at all. They could, though. They could do it. And then you would think it's just a retelling of the story, and then it's like, oh, it turns out here it's actually new stuff. There's actually unseen content. Whoa. I don't know. What if they had a, I don't know. What else could they even have? Halo? Didn't they have a, was there a Halo movie? I vaguely feel like maybe there was. No, no, right? What if they had a, is it Halo? Oh, right, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, the TV show. What are my experiences with Undertale? I played it like when it came out. And I thought it was really good. I even purchased it for other people. I was like, guys, you gotta check out this game. It was people that were like interested anyway, but they're, oh, I don't have money for it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy this game for you because I think this game is good. And then they played it and they're like, wow, you're right, it is good. And I'm like, so true. So true. And then I was playing the game and I was like, whoa, Temmie's in this game? Temmie worked on this game? I know Temmie. Wow. And then the credits showed up and it was like, Temmie worked on this game. And I was like, whoa, what the? The character named Temmie was created by Temmie? That's cool. And then the game became super popular. And now everyone knows. Everyone knows Sans Undertale. Never guess what Temmie's doing now. What is she doing? She's playing Final Fantasy XIV. I know. I know. She's like addicted to that game. She's always talking about it. I do not feel like playing it though. Because it feels like a time sink, you know? Like a lot of time. MMOs in general. It's like a lot of time. Anyway, I'm gonna hydrate. Alright. I have successfully hydrated. Steven after not survive. Steven Universe. See, for me, I've been following Toby Fox from his previous works, and Undertale was interesting. From his Homestuck days. From his Earthbound modding days. Did you play it and you were like, whoa, Megalovania, I know this song. classic song. Yo, from Undertale. From Earthbound. Sans is Ness? What? SNES? From his Smash Bros days? I don't even... what did he do? I didn't even know. Was he Smash Bro? Was he from Smash Bros? Sans is Ness backwards? No, it's not. That's so different. He made good music for Homestuck and the funny Earthbound song. Yeah. Megalovania. Everyone knows it now. Everyone's like, whoa, Megalovania, that's the Sand song. Doot-a-doot-doot. Haha. I know that song. I did do the genocide route in Undertale. And I did defeat Sans. I think one thing a lot of people don't know. You can use, there's an item that you can use that makes you go faster. I don't know if that's considered cheating, but like it's in the game. You could buy it and then you could just be faster and then it's really easy. I tried many times without it and then I was like, you know what if I tried this item? And then I did and then I was like, wow, that's kind of easy. Yes, SNES. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I was gonna say console. The snack. The snack. The Super Nintendo Entertainment Console. What did Toby Fox do with Smash Bros? I was not even aware of this. Did he make mods for that game? Did he mod Sans Undertale as SNES? As NES? As SNANS? SNANS under SNES? Sans Undertale, oh, man. What a guy. Super Nintendo Anti-Tainment System. What about instead of entertainment was exit-tainment? Super Nintendo exercise. You know, instead of entertainment, it was exercise. The Super Nintendo exercise system. The Wii Fit. The Ring Fit. Man, it's been so long since I played Ring Fit. I think my my Ring Fit controller, or what is it called? The Ring-Con? The Ring-Con Ds? I think the Ring-Con has just been gathering dust. Every time I like vacuum my room, every weekend, I'm like, man, this thing sure does have more dust on it now. I should have probably put it away. But it's just sitting out there. It's just there. Surely someday I'll go back to it. I don't know when. Maybe never. Maybe the last time I played Ring Fit was like the last time ever. Right, you ever think about that? The last time you played that game could have been the last time. You might never see it ever again. Keep the ring in its plastic. Used to keep it in the box. The plastic? Wait, it came with plastic? What plastic? Is it like the plastic, like the little case around it? Probably. I don't even know where my box is. Did I throw it away? I don't even know. Do you guys usually keep your boxes? Like when you buy like a electronic product, Do you throw away? I feel like I keep the box and then I'm like, maybe if there's an issue with it, I could return it with the box. But then after it's been long enough, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely like, I'm not returning this then. So then I keep, and then I throw away the box. Sometimes. Not always. Please throw away the plastic cover when you buy it new. Oh, the plastic, like, what is it called? It's not a bag, but like, it's kind of like a bag, right? The plastic, you just open it. I don't know. Tend to keep the box. I do tend to keep it as well. I think like last year or like the year before that, I finally threw away my Nintendo Switch box. The cardboard box that it came with. Same with like my Pro Controller box. And a bunch of other boxes. Actually, the box for my MacBook Pro, I'm using it as a laptop stand. Or not laptop stand, a monitor stand. Because I have one of those, what is it called? One of those things that's like this, right? And then you put your monitor on top of it. But then I find that this isn't tall enough, so then instead of just putting my monitor on it, I put my, I put the little MacBook cardboard box. And then I put the monitor on that. And it's pretty good. The height is pretty good. It could be a little higher though. Keep my boxes for a while, then I realize how full my closet is and throw a bunch away. Yeah. It's like if the boxes have been around for so long and they're like collecting dust, I'm like, I don't need this. I'm not returning this thing. Threw away a box before, but forgot you had stuff in it. What was it? Was it really important stuff? Actually, I'm looking. I still have the box that this monitor came in. This monitor that I'm using, and it was like from 20 years ago. Maybe not 20 years, but like at least 15 years ago. I still have that box. And I think, so this monitor that I've had for probably at least 15 years now, I never removed the plastic on it. You know, like that plastic that electronics come with? The base of it had like a plastic like film around it. I did not remove that until like 2 years ago. It's just been there the whole time. I do keep boxes for computer components like GPUs. That probably makes sense. Computer components I keep boxes of because of all the electronics. Extra electronics. I mean like peripherals and stuff like that. PS3 3D display. I don't know what that is. Is that like one of those things you could watch 3D stuff on? Boxes for my monitors have a built-in handle. Glad I still had them when we moved. Oh yeah, that is, I guess that is also a consideration. If you're gonna be moving, you kind of need boxes to put stuff in. I have never moved, so I don't know. Oh, cables. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Well, I have... Do you guys put your cables in like a central place? And I feel like when you get new electronics, especially like a new phone, they often come with like new USB-C cables and stuff like that. I have like this one place where I just put all the cables. And when I need them, I just look in there. Welcome you, Misky. Can I make this spooky? I did make it spooky. I drew a ghost on the ceiling earlier in this stream. It could still be there. It's not there. HDMI monitor or PS3 can do 3D pictures. I see. Man. 3D TVs never really took off. They should sell empty boxes that fit my stuff for when I need them. They probably do. You can definitely just buy empty cardboard boxes. How do you think people ship things? They have the boxes. It could be behind. It literally could be right there. There could be a ghost right there. Love 3D stuff. Yeah, we live in a 3D world. Your TV is already 3D. It's projecting a 2D image, but the TV itself, it is 3D. You're 3D. Some VTubers are possibly 3D. 3D me. I know. I was just being intentionally obtuse. Is that the word? Obtuse? That thing that streamers do, where they pretend like they misunderstood your statement. To make content for the stream, you're like, oh, hey, 3D. That's already 3D. What about 2D? What if you had literally a 2D TV? A flat screen TV that was actually flat. It had no third dimension. There's no depth. 3D's got them. Got them. Can't believe he got us like this. How could they even be gotten? Also, make sure you're sitting up straight. Notice I've been slightly slouching, so I will sit up straighter. Posture check to you, the viewer. SawCon, haha. No, I have never been to SawCon. I'm not really a fan of the Saw movie series. I did watch Saw. I think they were showing it on a cable TV channel at some point. A bunch of them. And then I was like, you know what? Why don't I try watch? Oh, you got me. I can't believe I fell. I thought you meant like the actual SawCon. Well, oh man. But yeah, I've never really been a fan of Saw. I don't know. I feel like those movies aren't really scary. They're just like gruesome, right? It's just gore. You don't see them and you're like, oh, that's actually scary. It's kind of just like, that's kind of gross. I really would rather not see someone like stick their hand in like a box of needles or whatever. And their hand gets cut off or whatever. It's goofy as heck. Goofy, ah. I don't know. Aren't there like 10 of those movies now? Or like a huge amount of them. You're like, are people like... They're still watching this stuff? I feel like they would have ran out of stuff to make movies on, right? They're just like, oh no, guys, we gotta make a new movie. I just thought of a new gruesome way for someone to die. And then they're like, okay, let's hear it. And then they just brainstorm, and then as soon as they have like, 10 different ideas, they're like, okay, new movie. That's it. That's how they do things. I don't know though. I'm surprised they could show it on TV though. It's like a lot of blood. It's pretty gross. So what if they did have a real SawCon though? Right? If there's enough fans of the Saw franchise, they could make it real, and then people would go to it as a joke. They're like, haha, SawCon, whoa, I'm gonna go there. And then people will be like, oh dude, you go to SawCon? And then they think they'll have gotten you as a joke. And you're like, yo, I totally did. It was cool when this the original actor of Saw was there. They had this cool thing. They had an exhibition of the original Saw puppet. I saw it. And they're like, well, I can't believe you saw the real Saw. You saw John Saw. John Saw was there. Gruesome power washing. Did I greet you? I feel like you've been here, and yet I don't remember if... No, I feel like I did. I definitely did not greet you. I did not greet you. Welcome, Cole. Can you believe this? I didn't. Now I did. Saw Condi. Oh man, you got me. Puppet needs to be power washed. You guys remember Chucky? That doll known as Chucky? Legally distinct from Chuck E. Cheese. Remember the Scream mask guy? I feel like that's one of the common like Halloween costumes, right? The Scream mask guy. Looks like a pretty easy costume too. You just put on a mask. You put on like a... What is that called? A garb. Garb guru? Why does he wear the mask? I don't know. To hide himself so people don't know? Yeah, I've actually never watched Scream. What is the lore of Scream? Is he just like a serial killer? Is he like a supernatural, like a ghost? Who is he? Who is John the Scream? Is he even real? I feel like I know more about him from like the Scary Movie than the actual movie he was in. You know, like when I think of this Scream mask guy, I don't think of like a spooky guy with like a knife or whatever. I think of the guy from Scary Movie who's like, what's up? Right? You guys remember that? Think of that guy. Everyone was referencing that back in the day. He wasn't even screaming. He was just was-upping. And that is his legacy. Are they still making those? When was the last Scary Movie made? The movie franchise known as Scary Movie. For people not familiar, the Scary Movie franchise was a comedy movie series. It parodied a bunch of scary movies. But it was in a humorous way. They would make fun of the movies. And I believe in the first one, the Scream mask guy was there. Now you know the context behind this discussion, and now you can be like, I understand. Streamer, thank you for explaining. I was not familiar with this. But now that you've explained it, I am more able to understand what you're getting at here, and it's good to know. Yes, exactly. And as you know, knowledge is power. Austin Powers. That mask was so popular. I feel like it still is. It probably is like still a pretty popular costume for Halloween. You think about how many people don't even have not even seen the movie, but they're aware of the mask guy. Not to be confused with The Mask, the Jim Carrey movie where he's like a green mask guy. I've never watched that one either. In fact, I've not watched a lot of movies. It's a recurring theme on this stream where I describe movies and then I'll actually go like I've never actually seen the movie. And then you're like, you could have fooled me. I thought, you know, from your description, I thought you could have watched the movie. But I was misled. I didn't even know you weren't even a viewer. What horror movies have I watched? Probably like none. I don't know. Like, I guess Saw? If that counts as a horror movie? Not really, right? It's just like gruesome. It's just gore. I don't know if I have really seen any. I don't know. Not even like, not even any of the popular ones, you know? Not even like Freddy versus Jason or like the Chainsaw Massacre or whatever. Not even Halloween with Michael Myers. Not to be confused with the Austin Powers guy, which I, for the longest time, was confused with. I actually specifically remember, I think that when I found out that Michael Myers was different from Mike Myers, it was, I was doing a Super Mario 64 stream, and I was in, I think it was Dire Dire Docks, or like one of those diving levels. I remember specifically, I was collecting red coins underwater, and I was like, guys, do you guys know that Michael Myers is not the same guy as Mike Myers? See, for the longest time, I thought Mike Myers, the Austin Powers actor, was the guy wearing the mask in the Halloween movie. And I was like, wow, I wouldn't expected a comedian to, you know, to have a horror movie role. It turns out it's not him. They just have the same name. And I feel like once I learned that, it explained a lot. Yeah, I thought it was actually him. I was like, whoa, he was in Austin Powers and he was in Shrek. And he was also the guy from Halloween. Wow, and I wonder why people just call him Michael Myers instead of just like the character's name from the movie. And then I found out the character's name in the movie is Michael Myers. But who was the actor? Who acted Michael Myers? John Halloween was there. Mike Myers was the funny horror movie. I Married an Ex-Murderer. I didn't even know that movie was a thing. I was not even aware. Has he been in has he been in any movies recently? Like, what has he been up to? Shrek. Shrek 5? Are they gonna have a Shrek 5? Is there a Shrek 5? What Shrek are they even up to? I know they had like the Puss in Boots spin-off. Was Shrek in that? I'm gonna assume probably not, right? Maybe? I don't know. He could have been. Shrek. Good old Shrek. FSR, what does that mean? Your parents let me watch Austin Powers when I was still in elementary school. Didn't see any Bond films until 13. I've never even seen a James Bond movie. And I see no reason to do it. Because aren't they all the same? Aren't they all pretty much exactly the same? 4 Shrek movies, 2 Puss in Boots movies. Does Shrek... Does he show up in those movies? Does he ever do like a cameo appearance? It's like, whoa, what the? Shrek is here? Maybe not. Never seen them? I also have not. I've only ever seen the first Shrek. I know a lot of people say Shrek 2 is good. I've never seen it. I've only seen the first one. It's the Moto Neta for Austin Powers. FSR? What is that? I don't even know what that word means. I won't know they're the same until I watch them. Well, I don't know. Given the fact that no one talks about them, it makes me think I have no reason to watch them. Like, if I had to think of like series or TV shows or movies that I probably should watch, it would probably be Bocchi the Rock and the second Spider-Verse movie. Everything else is kind of just like, I don't know. It's like probably not for me. I probably don't feel like watching these. But those other two, eventually. I don't know when, but at some point I will watch Bocchi the Rock. Spider-Verse. What if they combine them? What if Bocchi the Rock was in the Spider-Verse? And then I could watch them both at the same time. Haven't got around to watching the second one. Yeah. I heard it was good though. Everyone says it was good. And given the fact that people are still tweeting about it. Well, I guess they're tweeting about the game, right? Spider-Man 2 game that came out. People do still be talking about Spider-Man. Everyone loves Spider-Man. Got the spider out there. They got the man. They got the spidered man. To think, you know, before spiders, it was just man. It was just a man. In fact, he wasn't even a man. He was just a kid. Hold on, he's not even a man. Should be Spider Kid. Peter Parker, not even man. Kidman. Nicole Kidman? Heard he does whatever a spider can. Yeah. Does he though? Do they still have that as his catchphrase? Or is that just old Spider-Man? What are they known for now? Just for being spider-like. Spider-Sona. Spider-Man Sona. Welcome, Cass. Act up that I haven't seen Bocchi yet. Is it though? Because like I haven't really watched anime really. I haven't watched anime in years now. Does he even still catch thieves like flies? Yeah, I don't even know. What is he even doing? Spider-Man. Can he crawl under your fridge? I've never seen a spider crawl under my fridge. But that does sound like something that they would do. Weekly watch-along. What? Watch-alongs. Imagine doing a watch-along though. Imagine watching things at the same time as a streamer. It's been a long time since I've actually done that. What was the last watch-along I even like participated in? Might have been when Karagi watched the Sonic movie. The first one. That was a while ago. Isn't Spider-Man the Fortnite guy Eminem made a song about? I do not know Eminem songs. What happened to good anime like Lucky Star and The World God Only Knows? What about, Bocchi the Rock? Isn't that good anime? What about... What's even airing this season? I don't even know. What are people even watching? What are you guys watching? Are you even watching anime? Is there even anything worth watching? No, right? There's nothing even there. You know, anime. I'm talking about anime. The Far Cry anime, Freyren. I've never even heard of. Okay, Spy Cross Family. That is a thing that's airing. Thank you, Nanodan. 5 months. Work and Cons is so. Oh, I thought you meant that was a. I thought you meant that was an anime. There's an anime called Work and Cons. What the? Freyren. 100 Girlfriends is an anime. Man. Welcome, Jose. Spent your day off watching Berserk. There was a Berserk anime. Just got here. Back that up. What anime name? It's literally. You just scroll up. It's literally right there. Freyren is the. Oh, she know. I don't know who that is. This comparison makes no sense to me because I don't know who that is. 1997 one. I didn't even know there was a Berserk anime. Yes, you did hear right. I don't know anything about it. I also don't know what that is. Okay, is there anything airing that I wouldn't know of? Probably not, right? 16-bit sensation. I don't know. Give me the plot. I don't know. Just go look it up. You have as much info as I have. Yeah, there's a Million Live anime. Idol Master Million Live. I do know that one. I didn't know there was an anime. What about Bocchi the Rock 2? The hero took everything from another. Is that another isekai anime? So many isekai out there. It is. It sure is. They sure do love that isekai anime. They keep making them. They will not stop making those. Guys, given justice. What is that? Uma Musume Season 3. Let me see. None of these sound interesting to me. When will there be an anime that makes me actually want to watch anime again? There's gotta be something that's like, whoa, I gotta watch that. It's never gonna happen. Should have watched Horses. Uma Musume. I remember when I had a comment in Nano Dance chat, and he was playing Animal Crossing, and there was like a horse, and she's like, this is just like Uma Musume. And then I was like, that's no moose. And then he laughed. I was like, aha. Classic joke. They're not even mooses. They're horses. I don't see what's so about this sekai is true. Yeah, I was thinking they could add Bocchi to Fortnite. If I want to see fighting stuff, watch Baki. What even is Baki about? All I see is like people posting like muscular guys out there. There's like a Baki pose for exercising that's like impossible. There's people with really weird faces. Wealthy and Hamflow core jokes make me laugh begrudgingly. Classic. Classic jokes. I'm not really into like action anime though. When I did watch anime, it was mostly slice of life stuff. Oh, didn't they announce is there like a Eurocamp season 3 or something? Or what was it? Is there a Non Non Biori season 3? I don't know. I've been seeing stuff. Season 3, okay. Been seeing things on Twitter about it. Okay, Eurocamp. I see. It's not ancient China. Main protagonist is an apothecary detective and she acts like a cat. There was a Non Non Beer season 3. I think, yeah, that was a while ago. I just didn't watch it. That was like around when I stopped watching anime. Didn't they take away her orb in season 3? What? Is that spoilers? What? They can't do that. They can't take away Shimarin's orb. That defines her. Maybe, okay, maybe she goes on a self-discovery thing where she's like, okay, maybe the orb doesn't define me. Maybe I define the orb. Baki creator is father of Beastar's creator. What? I did not know that. It is surprising. It is surprising when you see like creators of anime / manga are like related to other creators of anime / manga that you are aware of. There's also a few OVAs and a movie for Eurocamp. Eurocamp movie. I don't even remember if I watched Eurocamp season 2. I remember, I feel like I've watched at least like 1 or 2 episodes of it. And I think maybe that was around when I stopped watching anime. Oh, for No Beer, okay. I mean, if you said there was a movie for Eurocamp, I would not be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, of course. Of course they would. Definitely never watched season 3 of Non Biori. There's like a bunch of things that have had newer seasons that I've not watched. Like, I think Kimoza might have had like another season since I last watched it. Or maybe it was Gochiusa. Maybe both. Probably both. There is a movie? Okay. Yeah. Oh, right. No, yeah, I remember. I watched the, yeah, that thing. Whatever it's called. What does that stand for? Owen? Online network anime? I don't know. Yeah, I watched that. It was not season 2. It was whatever the heck that was. Oh, original net. Original net animation. I see. Eurocamp movies that time skip? What the... Here's the thing about the 100 Girlfriends. I don't need to know. I don't actually care enough to watch the video. I just know it's something that's airing in case I want to see it. I do not want to see it. I have no interest in learning more about this series. All I know is that it does exist and it is a thing that is airing. And it has a manga, of course. It is absurdist humor. It does seem pretty absurd. No, you don't find anime for me, okay? I decide by myself that I've decided that there's no anime out there that will make me want to watch anime again. Maybe. Unless if I do ever watch Bocchi the Rock and then I'm like, whoa, this is the greatest anime. I've actually never watched... Did I tell you this? I've never never finished watching K-On! K-On! Is like, you know, it's kind of in the same genre as Bocchi. I remember specifically, I was watching K-On! And then I think it was like the first time I went to California. It was like around Christmas time, and then I was like watching an episode of K-On! On the plane. And then it was like the Christmas episode, and I was like, whoa, what? The Christmas episode? That's cool. And then I never watched it after that. About Lucky Star, I have watched Lucky Star. It's like back when it was airing. And I don't remember anything about it. Other than like the first episode. The chocolate coronet. How do you pronounce that? Coronet? Coronet. Chocolate coronets. The animes always die out with the Christmas episodes. Yeah, what are they doing? It's funny because I never finished watching K-On! But I did go to like the school that K-On! Was based on. Like in Japan. I went there. But I didn't even finish watching the show. What part of the Choco Coronet do I eat first? I have never had one, so I don't know. That is a thing they talked about in the first episode. There was an actual school, yes. It used to be a real school, and now it's like a community center. But they still have like the anime stuff in like the second floor. Watch Lucky Star exclusively on YouTube in 144p. Yeah, and like the three-part video is like on the top left side, slightly sped up as to not trigger a copyright ID match. Good times. Yeah, and then, you know, good content. Super low res. Those were the days. I never really watched those though. I would just have them elsewhere. Totally legal means. Definitely. Actually, one of the first places I worked, I think on Christmas, they were giving out gifts to people. They gave me like a 1-year subscription to Crunchyroll, and I was like, "Yo, what the? That's Pog." And then I watched anime on Crunchyroll for like a year. That was cool. Eating cereal. Good times. Cereal. Anyway, that's probably going to be it. We will not be able to finish this today, so we will finish it next time. Yes, that's right. 1 year. 1 year of Crunchyroll. And then I never watched anime. I did watch anime. Gonna get a year sub. It was a pretty small company. It was personalized too. Like they knew. They were like, oh yeah, you know anime, right? Here's that thing for you. And then someone else, they got like a Wii U. I remember. That was when the Wii U came out. Anyway, let's see what day today is. We will send a raid. We'll go over here. And alright. What day is it? How am I streaming? How am I not streaming? National Checklist Day. Create a Great Funeral Day. Candy Corn Day. Text Your Ex Day. Treat Your Pet Day. Let's do this one. National Candy Corn Day. Turn off the PC, don't worry about it. National Candy Corn Day raid. You can post a candy emote and a corn emote. Is there a candy corn emote? Yeah, like that. Alright, who's streaming? Who's out there? Who am I going to raid? People are streaming. You could watch various people. You could watch Choco Jack stream some art. I will raid someone. But who? But who will I raid? I don't even know. I'm checking the list of people that I know. Let's raid. Let's raid Kari Kari Ponko. Streaming some Siren, whatever that is. Is Germa live? No. It's not live at all. Anyway, okay. I'll be back tomorrow with something. I don't know what. I still have to decide. 25 viewers, 27 viewers. What the? People love watching Powerwash Sim. Just one of those games. Everyone's like, "Whoa, this guy's power washing. Gotta watch that. Gotta watch that. Gotta power watch that." And then Wednesday we got fishing. Thursday, Dark Souls 3. Friday, Picross. Saturday, I don't even know. I simply do not even know. But yeah, that'll be a thing. Maybe I'll look up some games to play tomorrow. Find some horror games and be like, "Whoa, this one looks spooky," and then I'll play it. Maybe not. I don't know. But I will be here. I will sit here 5 nights at Friday. No. 5 nights at FNAF? What? Okay, the raid's gonna go. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.